Hey guys, and CSFan001 here. Welcome you back to the Fallout 3 all missions walkthrough with commentary. This is like part, I don't know, I really sort of lost track a while back. Alright, first thing I want to do is that since I don't think you get a silenced 10mm pistol for completing the DLC, I'm going to go on and give you the statistics for it. The silenced 10mm pistol has an AP cost of 21, a damage of 8, uses 10mm ammunition, a clip size of 12, and a weight of 3. If you're not planning on getting the pit, this is the best silenced weapon you can get because it is one of only 4 silenced weapons in the game. So just keep that in mind, but I don't think you get one for completing the DLC. As I've said before though, the rest of the weapons that we find in the DLC will be explained when we get out of the DLC. Whether or not you guys like it, that's what I'm choosing to do. Alright, I'll switch back to the Chinese assault rifle. I think I might reduce the glare a little bit by trying to brace a pillow up underneath part of the curtain. And now this is the only issue for me recording during the day is because where my PS3 is positioned. Normally my PS3 would be in my old bedroom, but I have to leave it in my parents' bedroom because it refuses to connect to my TV most of the time. So because of that, yeah, that's why it's hooked up in here. Just watch Montgomery beast his way through. I'm going to cut down Mr. Chinese soldier here. There is something I've been meaning to mention, though, is that the game, especially later on in the game, it tends to freeze more commonly in VATs. Like, I found later in the game that it likes to freeze in VATs more than it does in the main game. Alright, I don't actually think the grenades and mines actually carry over, or the microfusion cells, I don't think carry over either. But I do know that missiles carry over between missions, which is really awesome. Because you can get access to a missile launcher, and believe me, you want that. But I'll get more into that when we get into that mission. Let's see, I think I want to clear the rest of this place out. Oh wait, this... I'm assuming that this one has an intel piece in it. Or something. I guess it does. And another stealth boy, so you can find like 3 stealth boys in this. And you can find this holotext that I think gives some backstory to it, but I don't really care about that. Another Chinese assault rifle, really? So I guess if you missed the ones earlier, I don't know. I'd assume that's in case you missed the ones earlier. There's no need to do any repair work in this DLC because you can't actually repair stuff together because it doesn't deteriorate, and you can't pick up stuff off dead people in the DLC, and stuff doesn't deteriorate within the DLC. The gear that we get for completing it will deteriorate. Yes, I'm saying that the T51B armor does deteriorate. I might be able to prove that in Mothership Zeta. I think is the best opportunity to prove that. I'll try to. But yes, the winterized T51B armor does deteriorate, but it's such a slow deterioration that it's never going to make a difference. I think that there's going to be a couple Chimera tanks down there. Yeah, the Chimera tanks. Not a big deal, in all honesty. Wow, those guys are just like gliding across the ground. That's kind of weird. They aren't really a big deal though. You're only going to have to fight one in the entire DLC. They basically are laser tanks. And they basically have like a massive laser cannon that they shoot. Hey, buddy, Montgomery's still right there. You could attack him too. I guess you do not care about that, but whatever. I'm picking up all this stuff just in case it does somehow carry over, even though I really just don't think it does. Oh man, I thought that there were only 3 pieces of intel in this mission. Okay, well, alright, a couple frag grenades as well. I know, I've never actually looked up a guide to find all of them. I really just don't care that much, though, about finding all the pieces of intel, because I said before, it gives you a perk that increases a few of your skills by 3 points, if I remember correctly. So it's not exactly a helpful boost, really. One of them being small guns, and small guns are probably naturally going to increase fully by the end of the game. Same with energy weapons. And really, I mean, in Fallout New Vegas, if you've played Fallout New Vegas, you know just how helpful small guns are. I mean, small guns are easily, like, the best. Well, technically, guns in general, because in Fallout New Vegas, small guns and big guns are put into the same category for whatever reason. I know that there was initially, in Fallout New Vegas, there was originally going to be Not just were there originally going to be small guns available, I mean, small guns and big guns as 2 different classes, but I know there was also going to be a trophy that you would get for getting 10,000 damage with big guns, so I know there was initially going to be a trophy for it. Stupid guy has to walk right into my face and make my shots miss. That doesn't really make any sense, but whatever. Better chance of hitting with a 52% and him being further away. That really just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all. Well, I guess I didn't heal. Okay, whatever. I should probably save. I mean, I told you guys I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna necessarily try to save in videos just in case, like, I were to get a freeze or something. But I just don't really want to risk anything, especially considering if I sort of lose concentration for a moment, I might walk straight off this cliff and die. That's another thing in this game. If you fall a long height, you'll take damage and cripple your legs. If you fall far enough, you'll die. Yeah, I guess that actually makes sense, obviously. But actually, if you fall into water at any point during the game, you will not, as long as the water is deep enough to hold your body, or your entire body to get submerged, you actually will not take damage from it. You will actually not die, no matter how high up it is. Even if you jump off the very top of Rivet City, you won't die. It's actually really cool, but yeah, you will not die if you jump off the top of Rivet City if you land in the water, which can be a little tricky to do, and it's also a little tricky to get up there, but whatever. I think Montgomery's got him handled, so we're gonna go on and... What's this? I don't think... This isn't a piece of intel, if I remember correctly. This is just a storage room. Yeah, with nothing in it. Okay, a backstory holotape and nothing else in it. Yeah, I knew that there was one like that here. That's where I was sort of thinking it was. Okay, so... How did he get in front of me? Did he just, like, beam in front of me or something? This isn't Star Trek. Whatever. Wow, you missed. Die. Okay, so... Thank God, health and ammo, even though I really wasn't in that big of a deal. I guess that he was, that's Carnivorous Monster, one of my subscribers. I'm actually subscribed to him now, but yeah, he's one of my subscribers. He is supposed to be actually doing a Fallout 3 walkthrough along the same time I am once he finishes Modern Warfare 3, because this is being recorded before he's done with Modern Warfare 3. This is actually being recorded quite a bit in advance, probably a week and a half in advance, just in case something happens, like what actually did just happen to me yesterday. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to explain that in just a moment, because now we got a new type of enemy here. These are Crimson Dragoon special units. They have these Chinese stealth suits, and they will try to sneak up, and usually they'll attack you with like a sword or something, so they aren't usually a big deal. They're not fun to fight because they can go invisible, and when they go invisible, you can't hit them in VATS. So what you want to do, shoot them once, and then pound them with the Chinese assault rifle. Now, actually, what's awesome is one of the rewards for this DLC is actually that Dragoon special, that stealth armor. It's actually a reward. I never actually use it because I never sneak. Plus, obviously, wearing that means you can't wear the T-51B armor or the Hellfire armor or anything. So, not always worth it, in my opinion. Come out, buddy. Stop hiding. You know, if America could have, like, armor like this, that would be awesome. And actually, I think I remember my cousin actually told me something like Japan was creating some kind of, invisibility cloak, like the Harry Potter series, where it's apparently like a cloak that is basically like a bunch of mirrors or something, to where it sort of mirrors the environment around you, to where it's almost like makes you invisible. If that's true, then that is freaking awesome. I mean, that would be cool if that was true, if it is true, and I mean, that would be really freaking awesome. That would really, I mean, that would probably, if they could make enough of them, that would probably end up replacing the ghillie suit for armor, for Army snipers in the end, because just think about it. It'd be so freaking cool. So as I was saying before, though, what I was saying about before yesterday is why I'm recording this so far in advance is because I had issues with, I've always had issues with the HDMI port on my PS3, where it didn't always want to connect to my old TV, or the TV in my room, I mean. ever since I've been using an HDMI cable for it. So because of that, I ended up having to move it into my parents' room, where it's a very similar TV. It's not as good of a TV for that matter, but it's still a real similar type of TV. And ever since then, I've had to been playing my PS3 in here. And in my old room, it's sort of in a corner of the house. It's real dark. I don't have internet access down there without a wire, but it's real dark down there, and like there's never any worries of light and stuff getting in the way. I don't want to plant the explosives just yet, because surprisingly, even if you're in this bunker, you'll still take damage from the explosion of the gun. You have to be really far away, actually, to not die from the explosion. I should probably be using grenades, since I have so many grenades, and as far as I remember, they don't carry over. Luckily, we're here earlier in the game to where these Chinese soldiers, I think, are easier to kill, since it's earlier in the game. Since I don't think this stuff carries over, though, I'm not going to pick up any more grenades, since I don't think they carry over. They do carry over between the second and third missions, though. So I'm not going to grab any more grenades, because I really don't need any more. But since I'm not sure about the microfusion cells, I'm going to keep carrying them, just in case, although I don't think they carry over either. Plant the explosive charge, and get the heck away, because believe me, that explosion has a lot larger range than you would expect. And I have actually died from it before. Even by like hiding in that bunker is not safe from it. You still die, Inferno units! Great! These guys have a flamer. Flamethrower, basically. Flamer is a decent weapon in this game, but it's an epic, amazing weapon in Fallout New Vegas. Yay, it blew up. And the reason it's so awesome in Fallout New Vegas is because it's the best possible weapon to use against cazadors from what I found, and I'll show you guys that if I ever end up doing a walkthrough for it, which I probably will end up doing at some point. Not anytime soon, though, considering the fact that I'm not doing 2 Fallout games in a row, considering this game is going to be well over 100 parts, especially with the fact I can't really record a video longer than 15 minutes because it's too big of a file. Hey, bad cannon, bad cannon. Time for you to die, okay? You can go blow up and die now. Just like your friend. Those are massive guns, though. Those are cool. Okay, just a few more soldiers. I know that you can target multiple enemies in VATS. I know you can do that. I just don't usually do it because I never really know if my shots are going to hit and all, just because of the percent chance and the somewhat inaccurateness. Okay, for a moment I thought that something did went wrong there. Alright, you know what? I've got so many microfusion cells that even if they do carry over, let's use the Gauss. I've got 45 shots for this thing. Are you serious, game? I'm being way too stingy on the ammo here. You guys are going to see that happen a lot throughout this project. I get really too stingy on the ammo on any playthrough. I never like it to drop below a certain amount. Just use the overpowered freaking beast rifle here. Dead. Dead. Looks like we got one more guy down here. Goodbye. They're all dead. I found the Gauss rifle to be less effective in the main game, though, than it actually is in Operation Anchorage. Okay, so let's just hit this gun, and I'm going to have to find somewhere to run away to, because I really don't know where to go to after this. I'm probably just going to run back down the hill up here. I'll be okay back here. I hope I am. I survived! Yay! So, next time, we will talk to Montgomery and head on to the second mission of Operation Anchorage. See you guys.